I've worked in esports for over 7 years across Call of Duty, League of Legends and Overwatch, and in that time where I've spent a lot of time at the top, I've learnt so much from people regarding how they got to where they are. So I want to tell you what I believe the most crucial thing is, where basically no matter what the game, everybody would have this in common with each other. So if we look back at some of the greatest people generally in life, then we basically see one big trend. So you look back at people like Michael Jordan, you look back at people like Albert Einstein, Beethoven, Oprah, J.K. Rowling, Dr. Seuss, and if you want to bring it to esports, even people like Faker, the number one thing these people had in common is they all were told at some point or another that they would never make it to where they wanted to be. So if you look at people like Oprah, she was told she would never be good enough for TV. If you look at Albert Einstein, he didn't learn to read until he was the age of 7. Ludwig van Beethoven got told he'd never be a good composer. Faker basically always believed that there was always people better than him and that he would never be at the top. There's so many examples of people that have made it to the absolute pinnacle of their industries when at some point or another they were told that they didn't even stand a chance. See, now the difference between these people and the people that don't make it to the top is the fact of how they react to the way they're said no to, how they react to when they're rejected or when they fail or when they lose. It's how they treat failure and then face it and then basically treat it as a positive. So my number one thing that I've learned from anybody I've ever worked with who has been at the pinnacle of their industries is the fact of being able to face failure and being able to look at it and then use it as a tool to improve rather than a downer on the fact that they've no longer succeeded. What you need to be able to do is to basically see failure and then see it as an opportunity. See it as an opportunity to learn and to grow. If you're winning constantly, you're not learning, you're just learning that the way you're currently playing is working. Yes, it's great to be winning, but if you're losing, then you're also learning so much more because you're learning what isn't working. You're learning to tweak certain aspects, you're seeing what isn't right with what you're doing. Whilst if you're winning constantly, that isn't possible. Faker once said the fact that the difference between him and most other players is that when most other players lose, they want to forget about it. They want to ignore it, they want to pretend like it didn't happen. But for him, every time he loses a game, he wants to study that game for the next sort of 2 to 3 days and see every single thing that went wrong, every single thing that he could have done better to help win that game. Because just crying about it and just ignoring it doesn't help you win next time. It just means that next time it comes round, the same will happen again because you don't know what went wrong. You don't know what you need to improve on. So he always basically stated the fact that if you lose, you need to learn from it. You can't just ignore the fact that you've lost. You need to use everything that you can to basically use that loss to then go further, rather than going backwards. Now the other thing you need to focus on is yourself as well. There's so many people where I see them just miss out because of the people around them. Now there's one favourite quote that I always have where they basically say that people come into your life for either a reason, a season or a lifetime. So you have your lifelong friends that are always there to support you. You have the people that come into your life for a reason to basically to help you and to help you grow. And then you have the people in your life that come in for a season, which basically means they're only there for a sporadic part of your life, and you need to be able to realise when that season's over. Are they there to help support you up, or are they dragging you down when you're wanting to improve? Are they distracting you from your practice sessions? Are they pulling you away from what you need to do to get to where you want to be? And if they are, you need to be able to let go of the people that aren't allowing you to get to where you want to be. So I want to share with you that one of the stories that basically helped me every time I was struggling, every time I thought that I wasn't going to get any further, every time I thought I was going to fail. Because this story helped me every single time. I'd always go back to it, re-listen to it, retell it to myself, just to show myself that I could do it as long as I concentrated. So the regular man goes to the successful man. and asked for his help on how to be successful. He asked him, how do I succeed? How do I go further in life? So the successful man turns to him, he basically tells him, meet me by the beach tomorrow morning and I'll show you the secret to being successful. So the regular man goes, he goes and meets him by the beach. So the successful man tells him, give me your hands, and he does. And the successful man starts leading him into water. He starts going deeper and deeper and deeper. Now the regular man starts to worry. He's like, why are we going so far in? When the water gets up to neck high, he starts to panic and he starts to wonder what's going on. So the successful man starts to lead him even further, deeper and deeper, until they're finally fully under the water. And the regular man instantly just kind of frees his hand, he struggles, he gets loose, and he gives up and he goes back to the surface. And then they go back to the shore. The regular man asks him, what the hell was that? And the successful man turns around to him and he's like, whenever you get to a position where you're struggling, or you don't know what's going on, or you don't know what you can do to stop the situation, whenever the pressure around you is way too much, or there's too much happening for you to understand what's happening, how you react decides whether you will succeed or whether you will fail. How you basically, every time that you think that you're not going to succeed, or you think there's nothing else you can do, or you don't understand what to do, giving up and just leaving it is not the correct way to go. Seeing it through and doing everything you can to see it through and to be successful and to make it to where you want to be is the only way you can make it to where you want to be. There is no overnight success for anyone. There's no one secret to make anybody go straight to the top of anything. It takes a lot of long and hard work, and that hard work leads you to places where you may think that that's the end of the road for you. You may think that that is your limit, but it's only your limit if you tell yourself that it's your limit. You need to basically be calm under the pressure. You need to basically make sure that you're doing everything that you can to basically make it to past that limit, to make it past where you think that you could have gone, and to make it even further, to ever succeed fully in what you want to succeed in. The other issue that I feel like a lot of people come across is that when they turn around to people and tell them that this is what I want to succeed in, this is what I want to do, so many people will turn around to them and just tell them straight out that they're going to fail, they're not going to make it, because no one really makes it. Only the top few gifted, talented, lucky people make it. And it isn't gifts, it isn't talents, it's not luck that gets you to the top, it's you that gets you to the top. So when people turn around to you and tell you that you're going to fail, turn around back to them and say, yes, I will, but I'm going to learn from those failures. I'm going to use those failures to teach myself how not to fail, how I could improve, how I could get to that next level. You need to constantly be trying to improve, no matter what people are saying around you. You need to ignore the people around you and focus on you. Focus on your practicing, on your hard work, on doing everything you can to get to where you want to be. Getting to where you want to be is down to you, it's not down to luck. If you're doing everything that you can, then you're more likely to get there. Don't listen to the people telling you that you might not. Don't listen to people trying to distract you from trying to get there. Just make sure you get there by you getting there yourself. Don't rely on others to help you get there. If you're truly devoted to making it to the top of any industry, whether it be esports or a certain game, or whether it be anything in life, don't be scared to do what needs to be done. Love what you do and don't be afraid of being willing to fail, because the failure makes you improve. I really hope that this video that I put together, although it's not much other than explaining failure or like how to embrace it, or just being able to get through the hard times, I really hope that this helps a few people out there. I really hope that some of you will use this to basically help yourself to get to where you want to be. Because I once did it, I once went through those times where it's like, I've got no chance. There's so many people out there better than me. But then I stopped to think, why are they better than me? Can I be better too? What are they doing that I can do? And to be honest, it all comes down to the mindset. If your mindset's right, then nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you until someone breaks your mindset, and then being able to stop the people around you trying to do that is also crucial. If you enjoyed this video, then please like it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.